Hey, what's happening? It's real late on Hot 97. My name is Peter Rosenberg, and my boy is here. My friend, mi compadre, mi amigo.
Oh, wow. You putting a lot on that.
Yeah, man.
I feel really close to you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerrod Carmichael. Jerrod Carmichael's here. How are you, man?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Can you tell the people who you are?
Yeah.
And follow that by how you managed to make your first special, your first comedy special, a Saturday night HBO affair, and it's coming on Saturday, October 4th, 10 p.m. on HBO.
Yeah.
Tell us the story.
The quick story, I'm from North Carolina, comedian, live in Los Angeles. And yeah, the special is my first time on television doing stand-up, so I'm really excited. It's like, yeah.
How does that happen, dude?
You have to be hopefully really good.
Hopefully.
That's subjective, of course.
Yeah.
But I don't know, you perform a lot. I just perform like a lot.
Would you say you're out Shia?
What's that?
Would you say you're out Shia?
Fine.
I mean,
I can say that. It's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, I'll say that.
It's a lot to be out here.
It's a lot to be out here, but I would. Okay, fine.
Okay, so let's take us a few steps back then. How do we get from North Carolina to L.A. to collaborating with Funny or Die on this special for HBO?
You move. I was in
physically.
You physically move. You get a plane ticket, or in my case, your sister buys you a plane ticket.
Oh God.
And you because like when you want to do stand up, like you have to be in L.A. or New York. Like you have to be.
Well, hold on now. Where in North Carolina were you?
Winston-Salem.
No, Winston-Salem is a place that is world renowned for its
all the best.
All the best.
All the best. Absolutely, absolutely. But
Jerrod Carmichael.
God bless you.
Yeah, after that,
that was that other guy.
There was the other one. He was great. Who's the most famous person from Winston-Salem, North Carolina?
That's a great question. Maybe Chris Paul.
There you go.
Yeah, Chris is from Winston-Salem.
CP3.
CP3.
That's a good one. Are you guys friends?
I don't really know him.
You got to get that right.
I don't really know.
You're
him.
gonna have to fix that up right away.
I know. Maybe we'll cross paths. I mean, we're both in LA, but
now that you're gonna be a famed, Winston-Salem native, you got to be friends with all the other. Who else is there? Is anyone else?
I know I'm forgetting somebody,
but
that's
nice. That's it.
No.
That's
I'm sorry.
An illustrious history. So you were doing
me and Chris.
Were you doing clubs in Winston-Salem?
No, I moved. I started stand up in LA, right? Because I didn't want to start in Winston-Salem. I didn't want to start outside of like New York or LA because like you're only as good as your competition to a certain extent, right? So like you want to be around like people that are really doing it, like, and so I just moved.
But that's intimidating if you haven't even been on stage yet.
Yeah, but like if you trust it, like it's kind of like a thing that I've always loved. Even before doing stand up, I've always loved it, and I've always like performed in some capacity. So like moving to LA was just like it just felt like a natural thing to just move to LA and start.
Do you like LA? It's
cool. I like working. I like working a lot, and I don't know what city I'm in if I'm like just like working, if that makes sense. Like
so, but even if you're just focused on working there, it does give you these other things like just beautiful weather and comfortable. It's a great quality of life.
But to be honest with you, I prefer like rain, but it keeps you like alert. You know what I mean? Like if you have to think about things, like if you walk outside and it's raining, you have to be conscious of weather and travel and that type. It just those small things actually help a city. Like it's why New York is great. Like you have to be aware. It's small things.
So it's almost too easy in LA.
Yeah, to a certain extent, because LA is like a city I really do love LA. It's fantastic, and it's a city kind of designed for like vices.
What vices?
Like any vice, like whatever your vice is.
What's Jerrod Carmichael's vice?
Work.
That's it?
Yeah.
You don't do anything?
Nah, I'm really. I
saw you drink beers, I think.
No, I drink like a divorced woman. Like I have like what do you
mean?
A wine, like
a wine cooler.
Yeah. I drink like I'm recently divorced and I'm starting to date myself.
Okay. Would you say it's a fact if I was to throw this out there?
Okay.
White people in Los Angeles love you. Would you say that's a fact?
I mean,
I was at a party with you, and I don't know, the white people were going crazy.
First of all, we were at a party where there are only white people in Los Angeles. We can't base that off of, but sure, listen, I'm out here, and white people in Los Angeles love me. These are facts.
These are facts.
These are two facts that have been.
I just want to start getting these things down on paper.
Yeah,
people have to learn things. I got to
start a Wikipedia page.
Right, you need to have this all out there. How was the? Wasn't on top of everything else you have going on?
Yeah,
wasn't Spike Lee involved in this comedy special?
He directed it.
I mean,
Spike Lee directed it. I mean, come on, New York.
How does that happen?
For the love of God.
But how does that happen? Like, doesn't it sound a little crazy? Like, you're like, I don't even know who to compare you to. You're like a blue chipper. I mean, this is like a crazy situation to come into.
No, like, here's the thing. The most important thing for the special, like, the most important thing is, to me, stand-up comedy is a really great, very pure art form, right? And it's like you see so many people just release it, you know, without putting care into it, without packaging it, right? And so it's really important for me to release a special that is like, that can be perceived as art. So that's what I wanted to do. So Spike Lee, you know, makes art, and I wanted him to capture it like it was a documentary. And I wanted, DJ Premier did the music, like he did the intro and outro for it.
I mean, is that also? I mean, this is insane. What you're saying is insane.
Yeah. Premier like crushes it too. It was really, really good.
I mean, what is going? This is crazy. What's happening?
But it's just packaging it, right? You just want it. It's like, all right, well, if this is art, then let's get other artists to contribute to this. You know,
make
like
everything.
And make everything. You know, Maddie LeBoutique is this cinematographer who did Black Swan and Noah, and you know, and me talking about my childhood. You know, like it's just all.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
You did the special.
Yeah.
You obviously worked it out for a long time first and worked on it, and then you get it ready and you do it, and now you've watched it probably get edited, and you've. How do you feel about it? Because it's done. Everyone knows these aren't live usually. They premiere.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about it when you watch it? Like, because this is a big. You kind of have a great setup that if it's awesome, and I have to admit, I have heard from a famed and successful comedian who is, wait for it, black,
what,
out Shia,
what,
and lauded by white people.
Really?
He said,
like my spirit animal.
He's like your spirit animal. He said it was amazing.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You gotta tell me these things.
I'm telling you.
You gotta text me these things. I mean, you know.
Oh, sorry, it was only 2 days ago, and I knew I was seeing you Friday.
Oh, great. Well, we'll talk later, I guess.
I'll tell you who. I'll say to us.
Who is it?
It was Hannibal Buress.
Love that guy.
Hannibal said.
Love that guy.
Hannibal.
He was there.
Exactly. Hannibal, aka your spirit animal.
Yeah.
Said that it was amazing.
Oh, he's incredible.
So that's let me tell you right now. Yeah. If Hannibal Buress co-signs you, the white people that are going to come sprinting to wherever you are, it's going to be major. So, what are the things that you focus on the special? Just give us a little taste of the kind of things you talk about.
A lot about me. I like to just talk about me. I think I'm like a product of like America. You know, like I think like just this kind of ambition, this unapologetic like ambition that kind of, you know, I talk about that. Just I've had like a financial change that's really interesting. You know, like just interesting going from just really, really poor to not really, really poor is really, really interesting to me. So just like those types of things. You know, when we taped it, like the Donald Sterling thing happened. I'm sure I talk about that. It's you know, it's like observational, it's personal, so very honest.
Do you get excited? Be honest. When something is horrible and disgusting, as Donald Sterling happens.
Yeah.
Are you more angry? Or excited to make jokes about it?
You know what? I'm really interested. I'm interested in when people are angry or people feel something. It's like, oh, we have to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, now we have to talk about this. Like, and if you figure out a really honest way to talk about it, and it's funny, then it's perfect.
Was there anything in the news this week that excited you in any way?
This week, you know, I haven't. This
or are
week,
you in such the zone of
I haven't paid attention to the news this week. Usually I'm like in just like, but nothing. What happened this week?
I mean, here the biggest thing we talked about is that my friend and hip hop's beloved Amber Rose divorced Wiz.
Yeah. Oh man.
So I mean,
oh man.
I'm sure you need a little time with that.
You need some time to heal.
Need some time.
We all need some time.
We all need time to heal.
Are flags at half mast today?
Hip hop flags are
hip hop flags. Okay.
It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
Can I? All right. Well,
do you want to ask something?
Well, I just don't. I mean, I don't know them personally, but
I can answer.
were we really invested in that? Did we think it was gonna like really?
You know, I have to say I'm weird because she's one of the random people that I happen to be friends with.
Yeah.
But I have found that other people were really invested.
Yeah.
In it. Like more so than I was.
Yeah.
Even they were like, "Yo, man," people were texting me like, "What happened?"
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. I mean, they're just.
I mean,
people get divorced. People break up.
I only know like of 5 like strong black couples.
Name them.
Like ever.
Like, are you counting Stedman?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could, but I'm talking married. Like,
because
they're
not even married. Let's be honest.
They're not even married, right?
Like, isn't it fucked up?
Yeah, it's like the Obamas.
Yeah.
I'm running out.
Well, you just started.
Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like Will and Jada.
Okay. Everyone said those. Those
exactly, because it's only like 5.
Cliff and
Claire.
Cliff and Claire.
We got 3 couples in and we started going to imaginary like television characters. 3 couples in. My parents.
No, the Carmichaels.
The Carmichaels are still together, man.
They're still there?
They're still doing it.
Yo, listen, and by the way, what do your parents do?
My father's a truck driver, mom's a secretary.
Let me tell you, there's a lot of pressure when the father's a truck driver and mom's a secretary.
There's a lot of pressure.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of pressure. It's like
industry pressure. It's not just
but the media.
That's the thing.
TMZ alone almost destroyed them in the 70s.
How hard was that? How hard was it for them as a couple in Winston-Salem?
It was so hard to be a couple in Winston-Salem in the face of social media.
Like, think about all the factors they had in the 70s working against them.
It's so hard, man. It's so hard.
Smoking. I mean, it was out of control.
It's out of control. And then crack hit.
Oh.
Did that affect your crack really had this is like a weird way of saying, yeah, my parents were no, they're not.
Your parents did not do crack. No. What about smoke cigarettes though? Because they are from North Carolina.
Yeah, my dad smoked cigarettes for forever. You know, but my dad was born in like South Carolina. He was essentially born a slave. I always give him it's like it was sharecropping, but he was born into slavery.
You give him a hard time for this?
Yeah, I give him a hard time. It's like it's like he has to have the realization that he was born into slavery. Like he just says things really casually. It's like, yeah, we would go, we would pick cotton, and then I was like, wait. Like, wait, you what? And it's like, yeah, we pick cotton and then we go to the farm. It's like, that you're describing slavery right now. My dad essentially was born a slave if slaves could go to nightclubs. Like, if slaves had like an escape on the weekends, that's my father's childhood. So like, yeah, it was really difficult.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I want to make a joke that's not appropriate for me to say.
Oh, you got to do it.
Well, slavery with nightclubs on the weekend isn't really slavery anymore.
It's kind of a lot of people's jobs. It's kind of a lot of people's jobs. Yeah.
Like, slavery would have been completely different if at night people were like, all right, it's 7. Where are we going tonight? Like, it means your job sucks, but you still go to the club.
Yeah. It's a thin line between working at UPS and
exactly.
And slavery.
No, I'm glad.
Is that fair? Is that unfair?
Well, I've never worked at UPS, so I don't know how bad it could be. That bad.
I have friends that work at UPS, and they've described it as such. I'm never gonna get a package again.
You're never getting FedEx, a UPS, USPS, DHL.
DHL. That's just for drugs, right?
Yeah, what is DHL's deal?
It's either just for drugs or like
who calls DHL? Who?
Like I think it's only for like delivering stuff to your mistress or to like a Mexican.
Do you have a
cartel?
Do you have a lady in your life?
Nah, man.
Why not?
I don't. That's a great question. That's a great. I don't have time. I don't think.
But the comedy groupie life is real. Let's talk about it. It's a real thing.
Can I tell you? I'm like I get off stage and then I go immediately away from wherever I just performed. And
you leave. You don't do that. You don't do the bar hangout.
Nah, I'm not really. I mean, I hang out sometimes, but for the most time, I'm gone. So, yeah, I don't really even see him. It's like it's really. I promise you, it's just like that. I saw you at a party. That's a rare. Like I never really go to parties. I don't really go to. I know it sounds sad, but I'm having fun. I promise.
We should say what the party was because it was what's his face's birthday.
Yeah, it was and you were there really, really cool, like really, really just like in a corner. Like it was like, remember the Pharrell frontin' video?
Yeah.
And you was just like, it was like that kind of party.
It was that kind of scene, except really white. Except for like replace all like the hot Latin women in the Pharrell video.
Yes.
With just like nerdy white comedy people.
Yes.
And it was basically that
and
situation.
It was that, and you were just like, I think you were in a bedroom, just.
Yeah, it was in a random room.
You were just kind of hanging out. You're really cool. You're really cool at parties. People should know that about you.
Yo, I really appreciate you saying this.
Of course,
Jerrod.
we're friends.
Like I was cool at a party. Am I right?
You were really cool at a party.
I was just low key.
You were the Ferris Bueller of that party.
Thank you. I really think so. I mean, it really says something sad about the party situation.
I don't know. Maybe it says something great about you.
Whose birthday was it again?
Wait, I don't remember whose birthday.
Yes, you do. You do. It was what's his face from American Pie.
Really? I didn't know. Can I be honest with you?
You didn't know
I didn't know why I was at that party.
Right.
Yeah, I was at a dinner, and then they were like, "We're going to a party." I was like, "All right."
Who is McLovin? It was McLovin.
No, it wasn't Chris's birthday.
What movie is that?
Yeah,
sorry,
Chris
I get
Superbad,
confused.
and it wasn't. No, it wasn't Chris's birthday.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. I was with Chris at dinner when we went to the party. I think he would have told me.
Did you see him at the party?
I rode with him to the party.
So it was his birthday.
No.
I was told that was his birthday party.
They lied to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry they lied to you.
By the way, that's 100%. I just want to put this out there. I want to put the blast out in full. That's 100% a Betsy Koch lie.
Well,
I think it might have been confusion more than lie.
It may have been that.
But he was there.
He was there.
And he was doing, like, regardless, you know, I started going to L.A. regularly like 6 months ago. And so when you're there, like your second or third trip in this regular place I'm doing, and you still see McLovin, like, doing like, what do they call, like, the ice luge shots? It was close enough. For me, it was McLovin's birthday.
You thought it was not his birthday.
Does it really matter?
I mean, it's LA. That's the problem with LA. It's like everybody's birthday constantly. It's just an extended birthday party.
It was a fun night, man. And I gotta admit though, I really enjoyed that night because I'm a house party kind of guy. I do much better at the house party than
other than clubs.
Yeah.
I feel like you thrive in clubs.
I do not.
I feel like you're always at clubs. I feel like
wrong.
they love you. I feel like the New York club scene loves you.
They love me.
I feel like you walk in.
I gotta tell you, the last trip, maybe that same trip or the trip after.
When you came, oh, that's right, you came after that.
Okay, yeah, I've been there. I've been like every month for like 6 months or something.
Seen you once, man. I thought we were friends.
So yeah, it's kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, but I did text you this last time. It almost happened.
Yeah, well.
And you and I had plans, and then Betsy was in the plans, and let me just say what happened.
Yeah.
When Betsy pulled out of the plans, you didn't even reply. You were like, well, it's a given. I'm not seeing this motherfucker alone.
You kind of like folded. You know how like it's like a group thing?
Yeah.
It's like a group message, and we're all excited, and once the morale leaves... You know, like she was like this thread that was just like, yeah, we're gonna do dinner, we're gonna do all this, and then like it just kind of stopped. You didn't respond, I didn't respond. I guess like
faded away.
I'm very comfortable. I'm comfortable enough to have said, hey,
Peter,
you want to go get dinner? As two adult men just want to hang out, and maybe like get some linguine.
There's nothing wrong with two adult male friends,
but
like
two adult male new friends, you know, eating pasta together.
I agree.
Yeah.
Now, here's what happened. The last night I had I was interviewing Childish Gambino.
Nice.
And
congratulations.
Well, thank you. It was amazing at the Grammy Museum.
Yes.
Anyways, Donald's a good friend of mine. I didn't know if there's like nerdy black comedian beef in the streets. Like maybe if I brought you along, he would have like looked at you all crazy when you walked up and be like, "Yo, my man, you just gonna bring him through here?"
I wouldn't. First of all, I wouldn't consider myself a nerdy. Despite the sweater, I wouldn't consider myself a nerdy black.
You cannot look past that sweater.
Despite my very comfortable cardigan.
The second you have a cardigan
I have a very comfortable cardigan on, but I would not describe myself as a nerdy black comedian.
You would describe. Wouldn't you describe Donald as a nerdy black comedian? Maybe one who has the opportunity for a shitload of pussy, but pardon my French.
Yeah, I mean, you just went for it there.
And it's really gross when you put shitload in front of the word pussy.
Yeah,
that was unnecessary.
It's a bit aggressive, to be honest.
It was honestly gross.
It's a bit. I'm offended for women everywhere. Yeah, for women, I'm offended.
So just to cover this real quick, slave joke. We had some slave jokes here earlier.
Yeah.
More specifically, I did, because no one cares if you make a slave joke.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure people care. I would like to apologize if you work at UPS though, because
you did.
I was kind of. I don't want to.
You assassinated UPS's character.
Look, I may have misspoke earlier. when I compared UPS to
slavery.
But I mean everything I said about DHL. I stand behind everything I said about DHL.
Bitches.
If I never get another package from DHL again,
you're good. Yo, so what? Have you gotten any love from like random people that you looked up to so far who have seen you? Because I know in the LA comedy club scene, people come out, everyone sees each other play.
Yeah.
So have you had any situations like that?
Yeah.
This is a name drop.
This is a name drop. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that.
That's what we do in interviews. It's an interesting talking point.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's not you. It's me.
Okay. Bill Cosby invited me to his house.
See, that was too aggressive a name drop. You just jumped all the way out the fucking window.
I just went straight to house. I just went to. I just went straight to assorted cheeses with Cos, and that wasn't. That was too. Was that too far? Okay.
And then you just dropped assorted cheese.
I thought you were gonna say. I'll pull back.
I thought you were going to start off with like, well, I got a DM from David Allen Greer. Like I would have been like, I love Dag.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
I did though. No, I'm joking.
Instead, you went right to Bill Cosby.
That too. Fine. Okay.
Well, how'd that happen? Bill Cosby just hit you and
he just calls. It's weird. It's weird. You know when you're a kid and you watch movies and stuff, and they're just like how Hollywood works is just like we'll call you. That's a real thing. People just call you. They just. I saw. I feel shameless.
Do it.
But
I want this.
Chris Rock watched my set and
in LA somewhere.
Yeah, in LA, and he said yeah. No, I'm gonna text you about something. And then I said, you want my number? And he said, He just kind of, and then he walked away. And then 5 minutes later, I got a text from Chris Rock, and I was just, I don't know how it happened. And I've been afraid to ask, quite frankly.
Well, the Illuminati of Hollywood.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I don't know. I'm super into the Illuminati, though. I'm waiting for that invitation in the mail. I would love it. I would absolutely.
Okay, here's a question.
People lie to themselves there.
A lot of people say that the Illuminati situation, that to get in, like you have to suck someone's dick. If that's the situation,
no, man. Here's the thing. Think about it. Like, why? Why would that be the case? If it exists, why would that be the case? The Illuminati is all about, first of all, outsourcing dick sucking to like just probably beautiful, Brazilian women.
Right.
So these powerful why?
Because
who wins? Is it emasculating? Is that why?
It's to show your commitment to the Illuminati.
I feel like there are other ways to make them walk to Brooklyn for cheesecake.
No, that's not enough for the Illuminati.
Why? Yeah, I think that would be enough. I think they get it. They're all rich.
So you're telling me what you're saying is if they said literally they pulled you in the room, Jay-Z, George Clooney, former President Carter.
Carter's there? Yeah. What are they talking about?
He's more an advisor to it. Than
he's an advisor. Okay, all right.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leo's there?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
He's definitely there.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Okay. I love the amount of thought you're giving this stuff.
Spielberg.
Spielberg's there. Yeah, I mean, come on, Spielberg's there. Yeah.
Lucas also there.
Yeah, I mean, well, if Spielberg's there.
Yeah, someone. I forget who else I heard is there. But my question is,
these are real people.
Just like a few random Jews. If you showed up and like, yo, we love your set, we think you're really doing good. We actually want to bring you into the Illuminati, and then you're like, oh my God, they're like, we love your cardigan.
Yeah,
we just think this is
very good, nice of them,
and we think you're a good fit.
Yeah.
So I guess the question we have is which Illuminati member's dick do you want to suck? And once you finish, and when I say finish, I mean they finish. You are fully in the Illuminati.
I think you immediately say no, and then in like a movie, like they say, you know what, that was a trick question. We respect your integrity. Welcome to the Illuminati. We'll now tell you the cure for cancer.
Who in your family has an illness? It'll be fixed.
Yeah. It's just like we solve problems. It's what we do.
Now, I wouldn't come right out with no though. You just said you'd be like, nah. I would hit them with,
I think they respect the integrity. I think they respect.
But you don't think you'd be like, as much as I want to be in the Illuminati, I'm just like, I don't feel like I don't want to suck anyone's dick.
And I mean, you're very like modest about it. You're very like, it's like the most earnest, just like really appreciate it, you guys.
Here's the thing,
seriously, like your hands are clasped. You're like, thank you for the honor. Like really, thank you. But
it would be an honor to suck any of your dicks. But I don't want to do it because here's the thing: you can come out like a Brooklyn dude. Because if it was some Brooklyn dude, he'd show up and they'd be like, "Yo, so whose dick do you want to suck?" And they would just punch them, and then you'd be like, "You're getting kicked out."
There's no sense in punching anybody.
There's no sense in punching.
They just asked you a question.
Yeah. It's do you want to? They're not saying get down and do it.
No, I mean I think the Illuminati. I think it's if it exists, and the only reason I don't want to talk about it too much is because if it really does exist, I really don't want to step on my invitation.
Oh my God!
I really don't want to step on it, but because I don't want them to be like, hey, we really were gonna invite you, but then you
and the guy doing the dick sucking
just doing
thing.
the whole thing is just too much. It's like we're going through a lot of bad PR right now. Like we can't really take, but if it does exist, I don't think it's as, I think it's more cash, like it's really casual. I think I think the Illuminati is probably more Taco Tuesday than like let's bomb a country.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's more
Taco
like
Tuesday?
Yeah, I think it's kind of more like, hey, it's it's Fiesta night at the Illuminati headquarters. It's like people kind of come in. It's just like
guacamole.
Yeah, exactly. Like Rupert Murdoch's wearing a sombrero. It's like real relaxed.
Is that why you're wearing sort of the casual cardigan?
Yeah. Well, it's more the climate.
It's a good fit though for that vibe. It's a very rich guy relaxed sweater.
I'm relaxed, but I just like I had a jacket I was gonna wear, and then I was told it was warm.
By the way, that's something I just want you to know. Only a thin man can wear a cardigan.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
You could do a cardigan.
No, I couldn't. It would look stretched and bloated and full. It would look disgusting.
You should really get a bigger size.
It's still
like you could do, because the thing about you could wear big cardigans can be like baggy and be cool. You can pull off a cardigan. It doesn't always have to be hoodies. You don't have to be so aggressive, man. You can relax, man.
Listen,
people love you.
If your cardigan gets too baggy, you are one notch from just put a pair of reading glasses in the pocket, and it's an old lady just like outfit. Like oh yeah.
Do you dress according to like rules, like these arbitrary rules that we create as a society? Like, are you just like, well, a man can't wear this, or I can't do that, like? Or do you do?
I follow the rules.
You follow the rules?
I follow the rules. I wear man pants.
Yeah.
I don't wear super skinny pants.
Yeah, I mean, but is that your own personal rule, just more comfort?
Yes. Yeah. It's more a personal comfort thing. Now, what I don't like, and this is where I cave to society, and I find this to be pathetic, is that I used to have pants that I would wear that I found comfortable and I thought looked good. And now I put on those pants and I look in the mirror and I'm like, these are so big, I look insane.
Yeah.
I'm giving these away. I'm never wearing these again.
Yeah.
A fat man, a really fat guy should wear these, not a medium fat guy like myself.
No, I get it. I used to wear I'm a thin guy, but I used to wear these huge baggy pants. Then I stopped listening to as much hip hop, and it turns out I wore a medium this whole time. This whole time. All it took
was tone. What hip hop are you into? You're a big hip hop fan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, just like random, just as things come. That new Kendrick Lamar song is fantastic. Yeah,
seems pretty dope.
Yeah, and just
I read the first hate review for it that I've read yesterday. I didn't actually finish. It was very nerdy and wordy, but it was the first review I read that was like questioning it, and I think it's a dope. Listen, is it an opportunity? Are they taking a risk to put out a pop song? 100%.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
However, you should do that at some point, and the goal in doing it, sometimes it comes completely naturally and you stumble into it. Sometimes you put a little bit more effort into it.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, it's a super soulful Isley Brothers sample.
Yeah.
It's not like you came out with an EDM record.
Yeah, no, but people are going to complain. Like, people, if you don't continue doing exactly what you've been doing, someone's going to complain. People don't like change. People are terrified of change. Black people are terrified of change.
Black people are very traditional.
Yeah.
People don't realize that.
But then I think we welcome it later. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just like, and then every 2 albums people get mad at Kanye. You know what I mean? Like, just angry and just, what is he doing? How dare he not do the exact same thing that he did the last album? And then it's like, it's new and like actually inspired. You know what I mean?
And then they hear New Slaves and they love it.
Yeah, and then they love it. And then just like I remember rebelling against 808s and Heartbreak, right? Because I was just,
of course,
17 or whatever age I was, and like I was like, ugh. Mad. But this isn't the exact same. And then it's like, you mean this album is fucking amazing?
I know.
like you mean it's changing radio? You know what I mean?
Well, but the thing is, it did change radio. And let's be honest, 808s and Heartbreak birthed Drake. right? I mean, pretty much as a popular
artist. Yeah, really. I mean, obviously influenced by it, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying necessarily that Drake went and copied things off it. I'm not saying that at all. Yeah. I'm saying that sound existing and being something that was commercially viable.
Yeah.
Here you go. You know what? Because we're just hanging out.
Just a couple friends.
Couple friends and sweaters.
Get some pasta in here, man. We could just have that dinner.
And we could have that dinner right now.
We have dinner right now. Let me tell you something about this song.
Talk about this song.
I've made life decisions to this song. This is one of those, like, just you and your car and a change.
I guarantee you that this moment we're going to have right now, where we flip through 808s and Heartbreak, is going to create, there are going to be people who tweet us later who say, man, I hadn't really sat and listened to that in a long time or ever because I wrote it off. And I'm going to play you guys the best. Let's play the best ones. This one's amazing.
Yeah.
Everyone knows this one.
Everyone knows this one.
Not my favorite, but everyone knows and loves that song.
Yeah.
This one, of course, became like the boxing entrance music for like 3 years.
It's amazing.
Now, this one we always loved, I think.
Oh, yeah. This just, he did this at the VMAs.
Yeah.
I'm loving you way I wanted to.
Yeah. God.
Here's my favorite one on the album.
Paranoid. I sing Paranoid every 3 days. And I have since it came out. I've seen just constant. This is in my apartment dancing around Life is Beautiful song.
Oh, and you're really happy.
I'm just singing. I'm constantly.
Are you not a depressive type?
No, why would I chase sadness?
Because you're a comedian.
Yeah, that's a misconception.
Baby, don't worry about it.
Such a great song.
So good. Guys, if you've never sat with 808s and Heartbreak,
sit down with it.
Sit down.
And make
you like it too?
Life decisions. It's one of my favorite albums ever.
Random Letters. Do people like this in Nigeria? Is it popping out? I knew it.
Do people like this in Nigeria?
He's Nigerian.
Yeah. Just like, I'm very glad that your fingers on the pulse of it. Just what's happening. Just like, I know what's hot in Nigeria right now.
That was amazing.
It's amazing, man.
This is my favorite one. What's your favorite Kanye album?
Late Registration.
Oh man, that's
very musical. It's amazing. I mean, but it's just listen. You ask what type of hip hop listen to. I mean, just like. It almost sounds cliche, but like Kanye, of course. I mean, Jay-Z, I think is the greatest hip-hop artist of all time.
You think he's the greatest hip-hop artist of all time?
Yeah, I think it's unfair to pretend that it's anybody else.
Do you think Kanye could catch him?
Perhaps. I mean, you want to be open to possibilities, but I mean Kanye's an amazing art. Like very few hip-hop artists are amazing musical artists. Like just music, like
generally
it's just music.
It just comes out.
It transcends genre, and I mean, Jay-Z's one of the few that really transcends genre.
You know what songs I bet you love on this album?
Yeah. Hey, how's Paul Wall doing?
I don't.
What's Paul Wall? Do you ever just want a certain hip hop artist? You ever just like what they're doing right now?
By the way,
I
thought you were asking because I thought you thought just all white.
Do you know Paul?
Like I'm white in hip hop and we just talk.
Yeah, maybe.
I think he's still rich off of many things.
I feel like y'all probably have like you, Paul Wall, Bubba Sparks.
We all just hang.
You just kind of have like a BlackBerry.
By the way, we really should start a BlackBerry chat.
Like a BlackBerry chat, yeah.
Especially because the three of us all represent like we're completely different white guys in the game.
Yeah.
Put my boy Asher Roth on there, another different one.
Boom. There it is.
This is a pretty damn good one.
Crack music is fantastic.
How we stop the Black Panthers.
You know what I loved?
Oh my God. This is 3 different songs in one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it changes and just like by the end of it with the strings and just like it moved Oklahoma. It's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Talking about Cool J. See me at the airport, at least 20 Louis. Treat me like the prince, and it's my sweet brother.
Now, you know what I find crazy is how many hits Drake already has.
Yeah.
You ever think about that?
He's doing very well for himself.
Like, if you were to do a Drake... I thought about this for fun. This is how big a nerd I am,
yeah.
Jerrod. I was like, I kind of want to make my own Drake greatest hits.
Yeah.
And just, like, and just make it just so people can hear how many hits he has.
Yeah.
Like if you just flip through his top 5. Okay, this is what came up on Spotify. Top 5.
For being on some chill shit.
Yeah.
We go 0.
Now,
yeah. Those were 2 completely different songs. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I cannot complain, I don't even know how much.
By the way, I can't believe this one has 38 million plays on Spotify. I've never been a big fan of All Me. This is one of the Drake hits I'm not
But
into.
you know why Drake's I think like a good artist is the reason anybody like in hip hop is a good artist, because once again, like it becomes just music, right? Like, you know rappers and guys that are just amazing at it, but it's just like you have to be aware of like how, like chord changes and like octave changes and doing things
and
with
things
your
that
voice
make songs
that make songs great. You know what I mean? More than just like, and this metaphor, like that's of course one element of it, but like Drake probably loves certain jazz songs. Like you could tell when you listen to Drake, it's like, oh, he's probably listening to some jazz music.
Yeah, and he's a big fan of hip hop too. Like
big fan of hip hop.
Who
Yeah,
studied things that work.
Yeah, things that work.
This is number 4 on the list. This is probably my favorite Drake song of all time. If I'm being 100%, this and Light Up with Jay-Z are probably my 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is just that
Started
classic.
From the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, here's the thing. This song, you know what's amazing about this song? It redefined what the bottom is.
I know.
It just redefined it. It's just like, look, find your own bottom.
And that's your
and
bottom.
Start from it.
Exactly. It really should just be
whatever your bottom is.
Yeah,
it's
wherever
like,
the beginning was for you.
Yeah, it just says like, oh, you don't have to be from Bed-Stuy to feel aggression.
Hold on, best line. By the way, arguing every month isn't that bad.
It's not that bad. That's here's the thing, pretty reasonable. Rich people argue with their mom every month.
Living at my mama's house, we argued every month.
Hey,
all right,
pretty
keep going. Hold on.
Working all night, traffic on the way home, and my uncle calling me like, where you at? I gave you the keys, so you bring it right back, nigga.
I mean, that's a good situation.
That's a decent situation.
Your uncle just lets you borrow the car.
I wonder what kind of car it was.
But he said bring it right back. He didn't say you could keep things.
Yeah.
He said bring it back.
I just think it's funny how it goes. Now I'm on the road, $500,000 for a show, and we started from
we're in the chorus.
And then we're in the chorus. And now we're in the chorus.
I remember the first day I heard this song, though. I heard it for 40 seconds, and I was like, I love this song.
I love this.
If you can do that, if you can make someone love a song in the first 40 seconds you hear it, it means that song is either like evil and shit. Or really fucking good.
Yeah.
And this one's really good.
It's really good.
I know. The funny thing is, don't get me wrong, I have my moments where Drake does stuff that I don't love, but I love Drake. Drake haters also amuse me because they're like passionate with, like, their hate for Drake is, they like hate me if I say I like a Drake song. I have like a prepare response.
People hold on to a lot of anger.
Why are they so upset?
I don't want to be like. Here's the thing. I mean, is the song good? Like yes and like answer that. You have to answer that for yourself. And it's like I think it's Drake is at this point made himself undeniable. To a certain extent, right? Like where it's just like he's made some good songs. Even if you cannot like them, but you can't like some songs are
undeniable.
Just like, that's a good song.
Now speaking of undeniable, watch this segue.
I'm very excited.
I've heard that the special on October 4th, 10 p.m. on HBO.
God bless you.
What's the special called?
Love at the Store.
Love at the Store.
Love at the Store. I filmed it at the Comedy Store in L.A. First place I did stand up, the original room, and just love that room. It's like where Richard Pryor worked out and Sam Kinison and all these guys.
Can I make a recommendation, by the way?
Yes.
That anyone who wants to check out what this guy is about, your situation, was it the Comedy Store where Fat Lip showed up?
The Laugh Factory.
Factory.
Yeah, Fat Lip was there.
So if you look up Jerrod Carmichael and Fat Lip from the Far Side, it is one of the best moments at a comedy club you've ever seen happen. But I recommend, you have a bunch of good stuff on YouTube that cracked me up when I first found out about you and checked you out. So if people want to get a little warm up to see, because let's be honest, this special better be fucking good, my man.
Hey, man.
This better be.
I believe in it. I think it's.
I believe in it too.
I like the material. It's really, really honest. I say a lot of things, you know, to kind of challenge people. You know, like to challenge is like and so it's really, really honest. You know, you hit on subjects. I think comedy has to be more than mindless. You know what I mean? Like it can't just be like, oh, and he did this silly thing. You know, like and you don't feel it.
Yo, listen, my man, you're not a real black comedian unless you come out to a popular Southern rap song playing, and dance and sing along to the first 40 seconds.
Oh, God.
So do you start the special like that?
No, and I didn't, and I forgot to hump the stool.
No.
What am I doing?
You got to come out to Lil Jon and the East Side Boys song and be like, what? And then when the DJ stops it, you go, no, keep playing it. And then
keep playing it, play it again.
I know. And by the way, there are comedians who I really love who do that.
There are guys that are funny. Like you have
there
to be
are guys
honest
who are funny
with
as shit
you
who do that.
You have to be honest with yourself.
I just think that's a crutch that I don't love.
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
a crutch I'm not into.
You know, I mean, for me, it's like, look, as far as I can only speak to what I find funny and what I find interesting, and you know, I just try and be really, really honest on stage. You know what I mean? And just like I said, just challenge people. Like, all right, how do you feel about this? You know,
which is another great thing you have on YouTube. Your thing about Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Yeah,
he does a bit about Chick-fil-A regarding their stance on gay marriage and things like that.
Yeah,
and it takes you on a journey through the joke, and you don't know where it's going to end up. And it's well done, man.
Thank you very much.
I'm very excited for this.
Thank you.
Stop being so polite.
Okay, I'll try.
Work on that. We gotta get you. You got a cardigan. You're saying thank you.
No,
it's crazy. His name is Jerrod Carmichael. Where can people find you online and all that stuff?
It's just Google Jerrod Carmichael. Something will pop up.
Yeah, just Google this guy. Jerrod has 2 R's?
2 R's. Yeah, Jerrod.
His name's Jerrod Carmichael. Yes. October 4th, HBO. Funny or Die. Thank you. We look forward to it.
Thank you very much. This is really fun.
You're welcome.
Let's go get some pasta.